But hey guys, I'm going to do like a little taste test, right? This is the world famous viral Davai pistachio and I don't want to like butcher the word. Here we are. Canafe chocolate bar. This has went viral all over the world, not just because of it's meant to be wonderfully flavored or whatever, but because of the price of it. Now, the highest price I've seen for this chocolate bar runs from 50 pounds right down to like £15. So this is one of the ones saucy in the middle of about 15 to £20. So I'm very curious to find out what is so amazing about this extremely expensive chocolate bar. Now, I hate chocolate bar. I don't like chocolate. So I've had this bar sitting and said I would do a taste test about maybe a week or maybe longer ago, but it's just been sitting there winking at me, and I'm like, oh god, like I'm gonna have to do this because said I'll do a taste test, but just the thought of eating chocolate, I don't know what it is like with chocolate. I think it's like the flavour, the way it sticks to your mouth, and it's just sweet. And yeah, I'm more of a fruit kind of person. Give me a strawberry or a banana, or God, there's a little bloody fly here. Give me a strawberry, a banana, a kiwi fruit, a melon, any time of the day. And yeah, I would if you put that kind of fruit in a pile and 20 of these extortionate chocolate bars, I'll pick the fruit every time. And even the fruit's even much better when it's like blended up into a beautiful, refreshing smoothie. So we're gonna open this bar up, which is like kind of making me cry a little bit because, like, for the price of this, like, what are they making this out of gold? Like, was the cocoa beans mined on bloody Mars or something like that? Is that why it's so expensive? So we're going to find out. So let's open it. So we're going to, oh god, like breaking the seal on this. It feels wrong. It feels like you're opening a gold bar. A Willy Wonka bar where I've got a golden ticket, blah 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 blah. Okay. God, it's hard to open with one hand. Sorry about this. So we open it up, and here it is. It's got some lovely, I don't know, the company. Can you guys read that? It says something Brookie Bakes. Okay. So then we're going to carefully open this gold. Like, even the wrapping, you can tell, like, they've not skimped on the cheapness of this. So let's open it up. And it just looks like a chocolate bar. I've seen some of them with, like, golds, like, you know, that gold leaf kind of stuff that's edible. This one doesn't have it. So let's like give it a little snap. It's meant to have a good snap to it. Not much of a snap. So this is what's inside it, and it's meant to be kamachi and pistachio, and it's got a good amount of filling in there. Let's smell it. It smells like pistachio. It actually smells really nice. So I'm just going to break a tiny little bit off. because as I say, I'm not a chocolate lover. And let's try this. Okay. I'm sorry for people that don't like that. I've got a sister that there's a name. You don't like people that the noise that people make, like if they smack their lips or something like that. So I'm going to try and be quiet. Give it a little suck. Okay. Do you know what it tastes like? Have you ever tasted like Ferrero Rocher? But without like that ganache kind of stuff in the centre. So they have the chocolate on the outside, the nuts, and then they have that hard crunchy ball, and then inside they have like the chocolate ganache. It tastes like that without the chocolate ganache. Let's try another bit, because I want to get the pistachio. It has a crunch to it. I think that's the kamachi, because it's a type of phyllo pastry. You can taste the pistachio. I think if they had like a thicker chocolate layer, I wouldn't like it as much. I'm not, as I say, I'm not a chocolate lover. So I think the fact that the chocolate layer, apart from like this little bit at the end's a bit thick, I think that they have like the chocolate layer slightly thinner helps it. Yeah, I'm just going to eat this one square. It's almost like a wafer coated with chocolate, filled with pistachio, and obviously you've got that phyllo pastry bit. I think that's just for the crunch, because there doesn't seem to be a flavour with that. I love pistachio nuts. You get the salt from the pistachio, but it's very mild. But yeah, if I was comparing it to anything, it would be a Ferrero Rocher. I don't know what the nuts are on the surrounding area of the Ferrero Rocher. I'd have to look that up. But it's like Ferrero Rocher. And then when you bite into it, obviously, because Ferrero Rocher's got that crisp ball inside it, it's much like that. Now, after just eating that one brick of it, you start to lose that pistachio kind of flavour. I'm going to be a daredevil and try and maybe go for one more. Here we are. It's green stuff. And like, as you see, like, see this chocolate was just ever so slightly thinner. You know, I think that would be a lot nicer. Sorry, I don't mean about the eating sounds. Got the pistachio again coming through. The pistachio flavour's lovely. And I don't even know if they need the phyllo pastry to give it that crunch, because you already kind of get that with the pistachios. But maybe it's just to give it a bit more texture. What if I move the chocolate out the way? So it's got less chocolate on it this bit. Yeah. This would be nice as a dessert if it was just the phyllo pastry and the pistachio. Maybe with some, you know, like, maybe it was mixed into some ice cream. Or a little bowl of it, you know, a little tiny bowl of it, where you could eat it like with a spoon. But for the price of it, I think it's just because of where it came from, because it's went viral online. The chocolate doesn't taste like, you know, like you got British chocolate, like Galaxy and stuff, that's really creamy and it's really creamy and melty and smooth. The chocolate tastes a lot like American kind of chocolate. You know, it's very, very, very sweet. I wonder if this would be nice with a darker chocolate that wasn't as sweet. But the sweetness of the chocolate is like overwhelming the flavour of the pistachio and phyllo. So you get that little hint of pistachio for a little while, and then it overpowers it with this chocolate that's way too sweet. So yeah, that was my taste of the Viral. I don't eat any more of that. It's actually way too sweet and making me feel a little bit sick. So I don't think the price warrants. I don't think the price warrants the cost of this chocolate bar. I think you can get much nicer chocolate bars or much nicer chocolates for a lot less money. For example, Marks and Spencer's, they do an amazing chocolate box filled with continental chocolates. So they have like chocolates that from all over the world, that chefs from all over the world are put together. So you'll have like Turkish Delight, you know, where it's more of a gelatin with rose water, and in each of these chocolates, like the chocolate ratio is much thinner, so you get a lot more of the flavour of the inside. You get a lot of lovely ganache ones that are the flavours enhanced with maybe a little bit of brandy or rum or champagne, cherry liqueur, you know. So for the price of a box of chocolates from Thornton's, sorry, I don't know if I said Marks and Spencer's, I mean Thornton's, you're getting different flavours, which are much nicer, very Moorish, And not me being not a chocolate lover, I enjoy some of the Marks and Spencer's continental chocolates. Plus, they're made with, obviously, British chocolate, which isn't as sweet and artificially kind of tasting. So, yeah, that's my review on the Davai chocolate. Save your money, guys. I mean, if you want to try it, I'm not one to tell you not to do that. It's your money, you can use it on whatever you want, but there's much nicer chocolate selections out there. There's another company, the name, I think it's Viral Choxolate. I'd have to look it up, that do all different kinds of beautifully amazing, intricately detailed and decorated chocolates that to buy a box is unlike the Thorntons, is the equivalent to a bar of this. So you're not missing much, trust me. If you like pistachios and a bit of chocolate, buy yourself some pistachios, put them in a little blender, blend them up, smush them down in maybe like a little baking pan and put a thin layer of chocolate over the top. And I'm sure the flavour would probably be the same, if not better. Use a Galaxy chocolate. But yeah, so there you are. Davai chocolate. Was it what it was cracked up to be? No. But a lot with all viral things, you know, they always make things better than what they really are. So yeah, if you want to try it, try it. But I would say save your money and buy something like the Thorntons chocolates. And I know, like I'm mentioning Thorntons, I'm not sponsored by them. They're not paying me to say anything like this. I'm just saying, for value for money and for more of a selection of different tastes, the value is much better. Alright, hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.